Hey, I'm just going to show the final terrain blending shader that I've been working on. So this is actually the final version now, and I just have to duplicate it out and make it a bit more modular for other meshes and stuff like that. But we can see the comparison where left is no blending and right is with blending. So we can see we have a very nice smooth transition from terrain into rock versus what most games would do here, where you have just a very sudden just transition there, and it's not very good on the eye or anything. And stuff like this just really sells the effect a lot more. So I'm just going to go to detail lighting mode so we can see the normals and we can see, well, just the lighting and what's going on. So here we can see why this is a problem. Obviously, because A, we don't have a texture on here, but as well, even if we did, they're aligned differently in the world, so we would still see this really clear seam here. Whereas here, even though, yes, we do have these light maps of the rock, we actually have a transitional phase where it smooths out the mesh. So you can see the seam here if you look really close. But basically what it does is as it gets near a surface, it's going to flatten that out and make it appear to be level with the object underneath it. And that's just all done through light maps. So if you actually look at it unlit, you'll see they're just bumpy and sticking out. They're not actually like that at all. But once we hit the detail lighting mode, they really are just smoothed out, which is pretty sweet. So I'll just show a few of the nice features of it. I'll just also show the world normal. So here you can see why the transition is a problem, right? Very abrupt normals. Versus here we have this nice transitional smoothing phase where we take the dirt and smear it up onto the rock. So very, very different. And now this is also all automatic, so we can just copy paste. As we drag it around, it's aligned to the world. So you're going to see the dirt just snap into wherever it belongs. And we can just rotate it, lift it up if we want, and there'll be no dirt. And as we stick it in, it's going to smear the dirt up the rock. And this makes for some really cool ground reveals. So if we just kind of spin them around a little bit, get some really neat effects out of it. It's a nice and quick, streamlined process as well for setting up a map, because we just have to kind of copy and paste rocks around. There's no painting, there's no custom textures. Everything's just done automatically there, so it's very efficient. There's also a nice little blend between the rocks. It's nothing crazy, but basically we get like a little bit of a dither here. You can see the crosshatch in there. And that's just going to smooth out the blend between the rocks. So just going to keep it from looking very abrupt. But obviously we do have to kind of try to line up the rock to kind of match the same shape. So you want to put a crack with a crack. And yeah, just stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you like it. Cheers.